Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War raid stream, which is something we probably won't be saying again anytime even remotely soon. Week 36, day 7. So of course this week was a little bit of a weird week and well, we had raids. Which is something that normally doesn't happen because, you know, the world event and everything. Or I guess technically the new journeys as well. But I guess because the new kingdom, they did do it. But anyways, we're going to be talking about mostly what's happening this upcoming week, as well as finishing up whatever we still have to wrap up for the week. So let's go into the good old master list. Actually, let's might as well go into the Gems of War forum first. And go over everything that we got going on this week. This is, of course, Christmas week, so happy holidays, everyone. Definitely going to be celebrating that. Let's see. Also, we probably won't have... a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday midday stream. Possibly some other days too. Still a lot of things I need to finish up before I leave. And we are still doing nightly streams though all those days, including on Christmas. I'll have some shiny codes then as well. I'm looking for the correct one. This one. Well, actually, I might as well do the one that's on the forums. Though let me guess, they haven't actually posted it yet. It seems... Oh no, they actually did. Ooh. They did? Though not the normal person, oddly enough. They got G-Man to do it. Anyways, oh gosh, this one of those annoying ones. So, as far as the trip that we got coming in, it is a Stormheim event, a giant mystic yellow-blue 12 mana cost. It ends up dealing some light splash damage to, which means 25% to adjacents, to 2 random enemies. Boosted by blue allies and enemies, and of course it never has boost ratio, so let's go figure out what it is. The boost ratio is... the number of 3. I can't read. 3. So that means for every blue ally and enemy, it gains 3 additional damage, which includes itself. That seems pretty underwhelming. What's this magic based on? It's also based on half its magic. Had a feeling it might have been because how small the number is there. So that's pretty bad. It's usable in Arena, but outside of any context other than Arena, you're probably never going to be using this thing. Because of how badly he scales his magic. Even if he did the full amount, it still would be pretty bad. But, yeah, he's basically just an arena pick. I think his ratio might be okay for arena. Because let's say you have 2 blues, that's 6 damage per both the hits, that's 12 damage. You're hitting, like, 3 extra to adjacents. Or not 3, you'd be hitting, like 1 or 2 extra to adjacents. But, I don't know, it has potential to be good in arena, but that's all it's going to be used for. It's an arena pick that's, like, midway kind of decent. But, you're never really going to bother using this into an actual team. Unfortunately. World events, of course, we have world events going back on. Second to last week of the campaign as well. We'll also be getting the Mythic and showing it off on tomorrow night. Since we're going to be getting the new Mythic from the campaign. Bigger Pass gets it tomorrow. Normal Pass gets it on the following Monday. So not tomorrow, but the one after Christmas. Anyway, so phase 1, 2 battles, blah, 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 4 battles. Okay, so basically after you've done 30 battles, you'll be able to find all of them. Basically meaning it's most relevant what the better one of the first 2 are than the better one of the next ones. Oh gosh, they're going to do it like that. Let's see, do any of these have a better ratio? No, they do not. So that means... Wait, we actually have to remember them all? That's not nice. You'd actually have to just remember that list then. Like, what's your strategy otherwise? Like, for the earlier battles, you'd need to know that... well, I guess eventually you would reach a point where all your battles are Arcturian. So, I guess the main piece of advice is just avoid Arcturian. However, normally when it shifts like this, it normally, like, shifts all of them, so you'd kind of need a note for both categories. But the only problem with that is for the second category, you kind of have to know all 3 of these. So these are probably the most important 3 to know then. When you do those 15 battles, so it shouldn't matter too much. But if you want to like optimize it to the fullest, when you have these 2, you'd mostly, or you know, you just take Ice Troll the entire time. When it goes to 4, you'd want to take these 3 the entire time. Basically, don't take Arcturian. If you're doing that, you're probably fine. And then once it gets to the bigger category, it's all 5 of those then. But as long as you're not taking Arcturian, once you get to that up to 30 plus battles, once you start clearing through them, eventually they're just going to be all Arcturian anyway, so as long as you just don't take Arcturian, should kind of be fine. But, gosh, that's annoying scoring. I hate when they make it literally every single one as a different drop. Also, I love that first thing, or technically second thing. But how about Cursed Gnomes? Also, freeze gems will occasionally but rarely drop. Oh yeah, what did freeze gems do? What are these things? I saw an icon for that. So for the next week, we have a new heroic gem for Christmas week. We have a new heroic gem that players may encounter. Let me guess, it freezes a random enemy, the freeze gem. Freeze gems can be matched with blue gems for blue mana. When matched, they will freeze a random enemy. Okay, so basically curse gem, but freeze for blue. Makes sense, interesting. No troop creates a freeze gem though, which is kind of weird. Like, you don't create a freeze gem. That's just kind of weird. So they just added a freeze gem, but nothing that spawns a freeze gem? Because there's not anything that spawns like a random gem or anything. That's not a thing. At least not yet anyways. But, I don't know, this seems kind of weird. Rather strange. But anyways, that's everything with that. However, we do have quite a few other things. For one, we have the Mythic finally coming in. So, Bigger Pass ends up getting the Mythic. We've kind of seen it in game for, you know, like the last 10 months. However, we'll finally be able to actually go and use it. But yes, this thing, the Tahamada, ends up coming in through the campaign pass, ends up dealing damage to all enemies, pretty much standard dragon kind of thing. It is a dragon elemental, as is like everything from this place. Actually, no, this is from Dragon's Claw. Well, as is everything from this place. As much as elemental is in Nexus, is as much as dragons are in Dragon's Claw. But yet another dragon for the place, has 30% reduction for skulls. Ends up having a 25% chance of doing the wildcard thing per extra turn, and ends up gaining a bunch of life every single time the enemy casts a spell. Overall, it's going to be pretty underwhelming, like pretty much all dragons are in the current state of the game, unfortunately. Biggest issue with this is it doesn't create enough wildcards. It's only creating 3, and while 3 of those are a 4 times multiplier, the chance that you're actually going to get value from it landing is very low. Like when it does, it's going to be kind of decent on those occasions. However, it's normally not, which is going to make this seem pretty underwhelming in some situations. If nothing else, at least it might be able to cast twice, but then it's just going to feel like a normal AoE. Like, you might as well just be using Truffle or something similar at that point. Not only is it less mana, but it's auto extra turn, and probably overall more mana accumulation. So, yeah, this seems... It's probably going to be almost useless, but we'll still mess around with it and do a video and go over it as we always do at some point this week. Anyways, as far as other things that we got going on, we still have the increased rate for those gnomes. That'll be going all the way until the end of Wednesday, so basically until Thursday reset. So definitely make sure to farm those up while you can. Doing it during the Vault events is also a pretty good idea, which is this weekend. So basically just don't farm them on Thursday, and you're farming them correctly this week. Though you probably just want to wait for the Vault event. It felt a lot more rewarding doing it during the Vault event, even though we were effectively still getting about the same amount. That's mostly because of all the other loot. Also, we do have a Christmas trip coming in. I almost skipped over this guy. So this was the Mythic, but this, I assume, is on the Christmas Eve we're getting this, or, you know, on that day. Definitely looks somewhat Christmassy by the thumbnail. Anyways, let's go make this all big. Oh, yeah, now it looks really Christmassy. I thought that was an alligator for a second. No, it's a tree. That definitely looked like an alligator to me in the thumbnail. Doesn't that kind of look like an alligator? Like almost like a dragon thing with like some kind of festive red thing on it. But then you like see the bigger image and then it's like, nope, it's a tree. It'd be a angry tree. A angry Christmas tree. The TJTimebomb? Why? Why name things like this? The TJTimebomb. The Tenon, is that the name of a tree? Like a something bomb tree? Almost kind of like palm trees. Bomb trees. A TJTimebomb. Anyways, it's an elemental fae. It's from, I assume, Nexus. No, it's actually from Silverglade. Deals, well, duh, you can tell by the background. Though he's kind of blocking most of it. But, yeah, this is a new legend that we're getting for Christmas this year. Probably for free in the thing. I'm not sure exactly how we're getting it, but we're getting it on the 24th. Oh, hold up. This was the first day of the calendar. Are we getting off a calendar? No. Okay, I guess we're just getting off of Adventure Board, I would assume then. But, let's see, what does it do? It deals magic times 1.5 plus 4 damage to an enemy, then entangle them, and then pulls them to the front. So basically, it's Rope Dart without extra turn. But on a troop. And it's not just armor tier, it's just physical. So basically, it's just worse Rope Dart on a troop. Has 33% score reduction. Oh, it does have Impervious, though. And its unique trait is deal triple damage versus entangle. Oh! Oh, hold up. That's interesting. Though Hero can do that, too, with triple damage burning. But, okay, that's kind of interesting. Triple damage to entangle. While having Impervious. That has potential. Like, let's ignore that it even has an ability. That's kind of good. The problem is it's going to block mana like crazy and doesn't have any kind of mana accumulation. At least something like if we do like a weird rope dart in first slot, you can still do the triple damage. And while you don't have impervious, you do have some amount of mana accumulation off of rope dart. Mostly because it's auto extra turn, so, you know, you're just getting at least one turn of mana. Plus, it destroys, I believe, 3 red, which can sometimes cascade into stuff, especially since you have auto extra turn, which might set up the board. But that's rather interesting. Impervious triple damage skull. It's definitely better than Borealis, if nothing else. Borealis is like 65% score reduction with triple damage to freeze. Though that ended up ultimately being pretty bad because its ability was underwhelming. This thing's ability, I would say, is slightly better than Borealis. I don't know. Maybe not. I think it's going to have a similar issue to Borealis overall. But Impervious plus triple damage is still interesting. That's something that Hero doesn't even have. Actually, nothing in the entire game has this, if I'm not mistaken. Impervious while having triple damage. It's a pretty useful one, too. Entangle, not something you can necessarily spam exceedingly easily. Especially since it has some mana conflict with some things like Rope Dart. But if nothing else, at least he pulls one to the front. And if you do end up using an Entangler with it, it has potential. Like, I could see him being good with, like, that one Bloodwood. That one that has, like, that Bleed Entangle. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. But that's not useless. That's actually kind of solid. Especially if you're earlier in the game, this could probably carry you through most of the game. Since you're kind of already using, like, Entangle things off of, like, Cockatrice and stuff. To make sure you don't die. It's an interesting troop. Yeah, we're getting that for free on the day before Christmas. According to this. Probably off of the adventure board, I would assume. Anyways, in other news, we still have a few other things going on. So, as I mentioned, from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we will be having an increased rate for the I cannot remember their name. No, not the Darksmith. The Cursed Gnomes. The Cursed Gnomes still will have an increased rate like they have been. Aside from that, we do have a Vault event weekend this weekend. Taking place exactly on the entire duration of Christmas. Pretty much the day before, the day of, and the day after. Also, that's the last day we'll be streaming, by the way, this year. December 26th. 1 week from today, actually. But yeah, 1 week from today will be our final stream of the year. At this exact time here, we'll have a bunch of codes and kind of celebrate it. We'll still have a few videos probably go up because I should have some things pre-recorded. And I'm also going to be doing the Monday video before I go because I'll still have time to get that out. But we won't have like a Monday stream. So that Sunday will be our final stream then that day. And obviously we'll be farming Vault event probably as well. Obviously it's a Vault event day. Also, that should be the stream that we hopefully hit level 1,700. Oh, that's not where it is. Because we're pretty close. And if we haven't hit it by then, we're definitely not ending that stream until we do. But anyways, aside from Vault event and the increase for the other thing, I believe we do have... No Battle Crasher. Why did it look like we kind of did for a moment there? Oh no, we do. Never mind. Yeah, we do have some kind of Christmas Battle Crasher. I assume it just gives gold. Though it might have something special. We have, yeah, just the one Battle Crasher. Reward event we already knew. Factions just for, yeah, and then everything else is just for, just for the kingdom itself. So we have Frostfarer Keep. On Wednesday, we end up having the pet of the new gift, the Greedy Gift. Which one is it associated to? Because it might not be associated to the kingdom. Divinian Fields is the Christmas gift. You get that on the Wednesday pet event. Thursday, we just have the class event for the kingdom, which ends up being Titan, which is a pretty decent one. And then, of course, we just have the Vault event this weekend for Christmas weekend, and nothing else going on. However, on that 24th, we should supposedly be getting that Christmas troop as well. So we have that to look forward to on that Friday. So that's pretty much everything then. A Christmas troop, a Christmas pet, a Christmas gem, technically, the frozen gem, and more opportunities to try to farm the Cursed Gnome, like we have been. Anyways, with that being said, let's go actually do that. Well, actually, let's clear out all the things that are kind of in our way. So, of course, if you haven't already, make sure to finish out raids, though we've already done that. Make sure to finish out Bounty Hunter. However, we've also done that. And so all the weeklies are done now. So I guess we'll go claim through the dailies, which we have not poked at yet, and go get to the last community day little thing. I'm not sure if we're getting anything like that for Christmas week, mostly because I'm pretty sure the event calendar will do that. Obviously, most of this is worth ignoring. However, oh, I just realized something kind of funny. But when I pre-record the videos for like a money guide on the game, we're going to be on a day most likely, because I'm definitely not recording on Christmas Day. So we'll be on a day where we have an event calendar going on. So I can kind of mention that while we're there. That's kind of funny. Because on one of these days, we're going to pre-record the money guide. It's just kind of funny that they have one of those things set up. Because I can actually mention it directly. Because I was like thinking like, I won't actually be able to mention this specifically. It's like, oh yeah, duh. We actually have one going on now. Anyways, let's go get out the good old Phoenicia. Clear these out. Yeah, it's kind of pretty coincidental. Because we're going to be covering a video on 3 videos while we're gone. That'll be pre-recorded. But it'll be covering how to use every resource in the game. Not necessarily how to accumulate every resource. But, though it will briefly mention it. Though the main focus will be how to actually physically use. And it will mention both early game and everything else. Because how you use some resources is drastically different earlier on in the game. Such as gold. Also, I didn't even say hello to everyone. Hopefully you've been having a wonderful weekend before Christmas. Hello, Roman. Hello, David. Hello, Mister. Hello, Tony. Hello, Defiant. Hello, Inflame. Hello, Michael. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Sushi. Hello, Gadget. Hello, Tyrian. Hello, Defiant. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Crisp. You've been grinding all day and still haven't seen a curse gnome? Oh, no. Hopefully we'll find one tonight. I'm pretty sure we'll eventually go a day without one. Pretty soon, maybe even today. However, so far every day since cursed gnomes have existed, we've been able to find one. Have I heard the song? Which song were you referring to? The TJTimebomb? Oh, TJTimebomb. I don't know. Is that a thing? I'm not sure what a TJTimebomb is. I'm pretty sure if I heard someone else say it, I would like ring a bell and it's like, oh yeah, I've heard that. But me trying to say that word does not ring any bells. Also, hello, Inflame. Hello, Hung, and hello, Vernus. Welcome, welcome. Also, hello, Cookie. Anyways, let's go get that done. Go do his little convert. They're all dead. Good to go. Also, hello, Peter. And we got our Imperial here. I love how many Imperials they've been giving on these dailies lately. I feel like we have like 20 or 30 just sitting there. What will we watch during Christmas? We'll have some videos up. Also, I'm still streaming Christmas night. Let's see. Take that over. Oh yeah, I saw that Inflame, your message earlier. It's German for that one tree. Oh, let's see, we'll take that over. They haven't gotten a Christmas tree in ages. We pretty much just have a few decorations that we put up every year. But no actual tree. Not even a fake tree, just no tree. I guess we technically have like a little mini decorative one. But you know, it's not like a tree. It's like a little table tree for the dining table. But I can't remember the last time I've had a real tree. It's been a very long time. Actually, it might have been so long that the last time I've had a tree was when my cat would eat it. It has been that long, I think. Because they sure love eating those trees and then throwing up because they're not supposed to eat those trees. Almost need like one of those baby gates just around the tree to make sure animals don't try eating it. Please click. Oh, there we go. I have no clue how I misclicked that many times. And of course it's Diamond Day, so we definitely got to stock up on these. Every Sunday be Diamond Day. Which is quite a lot. If you do this in the 50 gem thingy, it's 150 diamonds plus the shards. So I think it's almost like 154 or something. Which is a pretty good amount. Definitely don't want to miss it every Sunday. That's one of the main ways that you actually make progress towards Mythics as well. This is the guarantee 150 plus today. Because it gives 20, 20, 30, which is 70. I think the buy thing gives 80 plus the shards. Which is like an 84 or so. I don't have mana. I'm like clicking on the thing as if you'd Agicast it with no mana. If you try hard enough. And that gives 80. Oh yeah, I am actually right. It is exactly 84. I had a feeling it was. I just was second guessing myself. Yeah, it's actually exactly 84. So you get 70 from the free thing and then 84 for the 50, which is actually always worth it. It's not necessarily worth getting every single day, but on Sundays it is 100% always worth it due to the higher concentration of diamonds. Plus, Celestials are more needed than ever now, and the fact that that's a guaranteed Celestial is also pretty useful, now that they were used for basically everything in Soulforge, due to a lot of the new material utilizing them, as far as crafting everything in there. Also, how many spare tokens do I have? Is there an easy way to tell? Yes, if I check the major one, should we say like 15 or so? Yep, exactly 15. So we almost have everything. We're missing, not counting maxing out the pet, just the fact that we have one copy of the pet. We're currently missing 85, because I'm just missing 2 of these weapons. I believe it's the bow and, no, it's the wand and javelin. Are the only 2 we're missing. Anyways, let's go farm. So let's go to Cinema Rush. And as per last night, I think we're going to do the same thing. Well, then again, I can't do it when we gain a level. But we'll hand out 1 in a little bit, and then 1 literally every single time we find a cursed gnome. Though, if we find a cursed gnome pretty quickly, we'll just do it every single time we find a cursed gnome. Which hopefully will be the case. So far, we've been doing pretty good on them. Though a lot of people keep mentioning that they still haven't gotten any. That'd been funny if we got it on the very first battle. I saw the Battle Crasher coming in, and it's like, wait. No. And then I remembered, it's like, oh yeah, Battle Crasher can't happen. Also, I just realized we had a Battle Crasher this entire time for like 35 days straight. And the second this Battle Crasher ends, another Battle Crasher begins. Because we have some kind of Battle Crasher for next week. We don't know what resource it does, but I assume it's like gold or something. Who knows, maybe Celestial. Also, what is this luck? Did we just get 3 in a row? Did they allow you to just get like infinite crowns on the final day or something? That'd be kind of funny. Every battle a crown. Seriously, every battle's a crown. Is it broken? Did they break the drop rate? Or are we just this lucky? Isn't that 4 crowns in a row? Out of our 10. That's okay. This is like artificially lucky. Is this a thing today, or are we just this insanely lucky right now? It's 5 in a row. Okay, there we go. Finally, I think we might have just been that lucky. That's the most we've ever even gotten in a row. It took 35 days, but it happened. Yep, that's exactly 5. You could tell too, because it shows the exact same number that was there, but shows the additional reward. Okay, that is some insane luck right there. Now, if only we could do that for Curse Gnomes. How many streams can you give? Okay, gosh. They had to have tweaked its rate. There's no way we're getting this lucky. That's 6 and 7 battles. How many streams can you give so many codes like this? Actually, quite a few, because I got quite a bit more for the holidays. And the fact that we're going to be gone for a week, that's like a week that we need to make up for. So is this normal? Has anyone else been getting this many today? Because we're 8 battles in with 7 found. Which is like the best rate we've ever done. Aw, ruined it. And now it's going to take forever to find that last one. Like, it'll give us all of them now, and then it's going to take like 30 minutes to find the final one. Though theoretically, I don't need the final one, do I? This is the final day. So once we hit that final reward, which I think we've already passed, we technically don't need to keep farming, because any excess doesn't do anything. And because they didn't give us that one day, we have like technically 4 excess, in theory. Oh, then again, I guess we're naturally going to be farming them, because isn't this the same way that we'd try farming Curse Gnomes? So we kind of are naturally going to be farming it. Just by the nature of trying for it. You got all at once of all? That's kind of weird. Maybe they did tweak the rate for the final day. Seems kind of weird to do it like that, though. And nothing that happens to us is normal. Like, now it's going back to normal rate. But those first, like, 6 or 7 were pretty insane. I think we need 1 or 2 more. But yeah, they never did give us compensation for that missing 1 crown, did they? It's kind of unfortunate. Use Slayer class to level up when Battle Crasher was crashing in. All enemies had bleed. Yes, a Battle Crasher does trigger bleed off of Slayer because it counts any kill, and Slayer's or not Slayer, but a Battle Crasher coming into the battle counts as a kill. So anything that has an on-kill effect on the enemy team, or that triggers on your team based on the enemy team dying, will trigger when a Battle Crasher comes in, which includes bleed. It doesn't work on gnomes. Gnomes and Battle Crashers are different. Battle Crashers crash the battle, gnomes just exist. But no, it's a specific mechanic with Battle Crashers. Battle Crashers kill one thing and then replaces them, whereas gnomes are just there. Like, gnomes replace something, but they don't, like, kill something and replace it. It's a feature of Battle Crashers. So the last, like, 35 days we had the Battle Crasher of the campaign pass one. And then we're going to have one next week for Christmas week. Not sure what it's dropping, but probably, like, gold or something. Whatever it's dropping, it's not too worth farming. The Vault event will be, but the Battle Crasher won't be. Nine you get from Battle Crashers that day until the patch came out. And then the 10th came into patch with a tutorial. Did it? I didn't have any of mine. Like, I did all my farming after the patch. And I could only get 9. Because we hadn't done any farming prior that day. And it still only gave me 9. That doesn't matter though, we already got everything we needed from it. Speaking of which, I can probably go claim that now. Even if we're missing the final one, it's not going to matter because we got all the loot. And we do have all of them. All but one. That doesn't matter. The only thing we missed out on was two Orpheus medals. I mean, tokens. If it was medals, that'd be unfortunate, but it's just 2 tokens. We can get that in like 1 Explore 12. So not that big a deal. But for some people, it might have been a big deal. Like if they had to spend 100 gems just because they got gypped a single crown. Just to close the gap. Because I know not everyone bothered to farm the crowns every day. We did though. Was it worth it? I guess so. You'll be able to get most of it into the future though. Like the next Nexus event, almost everything that came out this past should be available. The only problem with that is next Nexus event is probably not until this summer at the earliest, so we still got a ways away. But yeah, same as last night, every single cursed gnome we find tonight, we'll hand out a code. We found 2 last night. The goal is just to find 1 ideally though. But if we can find like 4, that'd be great. If we can find any gnome. Have we even seen a gnome? I think we've only seen the Battle Crashers so far. They're out there somewhere. Enough grinding, we'll find them. And they do still have their increased rate. And will until Wednesday. Thursday's the only day this week that doesn't have an increased rate. Because once the weekend hits, it's going to be Vault event. Once Friday hits. Which obviously is also an increased rate, just in a different way. Right now, them specifically are more common. That's been going on since Thursday, but then it ends next Thursday. As in, as soon as it hits reset in the morning. So it basically ends at the end of Wednesday. Yeah, it does look like they actually end up doing a few things for the Christmas week, if nothing else. It's not as big as of an event of what we had for Halloween, though. That's still cool that they brought in a snowflake, the new snowflake gem. It's still kind of weird that it doesn't come in with a troop, though. Like, you would think like the new troop that they added would have came with the effect or something. It's a little bit weird to have a freeze mechanic gem brought in and then nothing actually get the ability to spawn it. Because it's actually the only power gem in the entire game that doesn't have a single way to be spawned in the current state of the game. Wait, how did I get another Battle Crasher? Oh, I didn't have the final one yet. Never mind, now we have them all. Why did that look like a 4 to me earlier? Alright, now we have all the Battle Crashers. Now we should hopefully actually start seeing gnomes. Because those Battle Crashers do seem to slightly get in the way of potential drops. You got 2 Cursed Gnomes last night as well? Nice. Oh, but it took like 10 hours? Oh gosh. Yeah, honestly, with how long it takes, as far as the next best grind time, it's definitely this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you have any time available then. Because we're getting another Vault event that time. And it's just as powerful as the Vault event we pretty much just had. The only main difference is that one Thursday we had was like power buffed, but now it's just going to be like normal Vault event. Like how it was on Tuesday and Wednesday is how it's going to be all this weekend. Tuesday and Wednesday of the most recent week. Pretty much just a standard Vault event that happens to have them around. The effective rate of getting him seems to be about the same right now as compared to a Vault event though. But the Vault event's still way better because you're getting, if you happen to not find a Cursed Gnome, you're still getting a ton of other loot. Whereas if you do it now and you don't get the Cursed Gnome, you're wasting quite a bit of value. Well, not wasting, but you know. Like compared to a Vault event, it's not getting that much. You get a Vault Key from a Soul Gnome though, nice. It is actually a relatively rare drop, getting a Vault Key or Epic Vault Key when it's not a Vault event, especially Epic Vault Key. Like, you could go months without getting an Epic Vault Key outside of a Vault event. Like, inside a Vault event is pretty quick to do. Like, pretty much just a single Nomapalooza is a really good chance to give it to you. But trying to find one outside of a Vault event, outside of a Nomapalooza, is super hard to do. How's Cookie doing? He was here earlier. Yeah, that reminds me, I ended up getting gingerbread cookies. They're so good. And by get, I mean I did not bake. I went the lazy route. They were good though. Okay, we have not found a single gnome yet, let alone Cursed Gnome. How about this? We'll hand out first code when we find the first gnome, and then another code for every Cursed Gnome. How about that? So first one on first gnome, and then every Cursed Gnome will be another one. Because I'm pretty sure we're at 0. Like 0 total gnomes, not counting Battle Crashers. Were they frosted? Yes. Oh, they weren't naturally frosted, but I did end up getting a thingy to frost them with. One of those, like, pre-made, like, frosting tube things. So you still have to actually physically frost. It tastes really good. Oh, it's kind of funny because after it hardens, the frosting is actually harder than the cookies themselves. After it hardens. Catch you later, Peter. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekends. A wonderful holiday. But if anyone has anything you want me to chat about, let me know. These are always pretty good streams for such, since pretty much any like slight farming stream, it's generally a bit easier to check chat, even though I probably still miss chats. But at least it's easier to do so if nothing else. We're actually going to be using a lot of this team this week. Except on Thursday. Mostly because of all the stuff we need to farm. Especially once we hit Vault Event again. Because I do want to finish the Soulforge maxing out of it. As far as like getting all the weapons and everything. We should be able to have that by this weekend before we go. That and our goal is also to hit level 1,700. Which we're pretty much there. I think we're 5.5 levels to go. Yeah, 5.5. But I still can't believe how quickly this month went by. It does not feel like Christmas is in a week. Or I should say my trip is in a week, or Christmas is in less than a week. It's right around the corner. Am I going to play on my phone on vacation? Probably. My dad does have internet though. Unlike my, where I went previously on the other trip earlier this year. I assume they still have internet. Because I know he still uses it for a few things. I know my grandma doesn't. But I'm pretty sure he does. Because I'm still bringing my computer with me. Your dream finally came true in the game. You finally have Phoenicia. Oh, nice. Mistralis, the Wild Queen, and Weaver to gold. Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah, I still have only gotten one so far to gold. I still haven't decided what my second one is. I've been waiting until 100%. We're actually pretty close to doing our second one. And technically with the new Soulforge conversion thing, I could actually technically do it right now if I really wanted to. Though even once I have enough, I'm still gonna wait. I'm still holding out for eventually a better Mythic to exist. Because it's a matter of time before they do. Just gotta wait it out. Because my biggest concern is I'll go and upgrade one. And then like a month or a few months later, it's like, oh, here's this really good Mythic that's probably a good idea to like fully max. And then it's like, oh, I ran out of medals. These take so long to get them. And I don't normally farm them too much. Grey King to Gold's kind of interesting. He's another one of those magic ones. He doesn't necessarily always hit all of them. But he is a true damage based unit. Which obviously is really good for getting extra magic on. Yeah, Scourge of Honor is basically Phoenicia for true damage. It's basically the true damage version of Phoenicia. Just a bit different with how it exactly functions. I don't feel like it's worth having both of them upgraded though. If you had to go one, I personally feel like Phoenicia is a bit better. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna keep hoarding our medals for the most part. And all the smaller ones I've kind of just been using as we need them for kingdom upgrades. make sure we have enough. Because I'm actually kind of low on the lower rarity ones, which seems kind of weird because this team kind of keeps farming them, but you know, it's doing it at such a slow rate. Since we're only really getting like, what, a few medals per hour? And by medals, I mean tokens, not even full medals. Unlike Explore 12, that normally gets you like full medals per hour of some of the lower ones. And hopefully some higher rarity stuff. But I've never done like a really big Explore 12 stream. I personally cannot stand doing Explore 12 for a very long duration of time. I'd rather do Explore 1 spam like this than do Explore 12 spam for that longer duration. Because it's been a while since we've done like a 3 to 10 hour like Explore 12 grind in a given day. Not sure if I ever will again. It's just really tiring to do so. But this team I kind of like doing for a longer duration of time. It's more of a consistent gameplay loop. Whereas the other one kind of goes all over the place because you have to constantly keep adjusting. Oh, chocolate chip is pretty good. Gosh, now you're gonna make me hungry for chocolate chip cookies. Also, have we still gotten 0 gnomes? I think I've gotten everyone else's luck, finally. I can't even find a single gnome, let alone the cursed gnome. Also, if we find a cursed gnome as the first gnome, do we hand out 2 codes? I guess we technically do. Because it'd be both the first gnome and the cursed gnome. Because you should be able to tell when a gnome happens. It has an audio cue. Like a really obvious audio cue. Yeah, you could end up doing the gamble on Arañas. The way I would normally do it is 3 Anus. But given how many more Arañas you would tend to have, you can gamble it. Regardless, you should never really be spending a Nisha. There is no situation where you should spend a Nisha to get the first upgrade on a Mythic. It's just not worth it. But now that you can upgrade your Anus into Nishas, there's an argument to be made that, yeah, the 3 Araña for the first level might actually be more optimal now. Because the reason you would never want to ever use a Nisha for the first level in the past is because 3 Anus would 100% it. But now that Anus can pretty easily convert to Nisha, it might just be better to RNG it off with Araña and just hope you get it within 3 tries or less. Because that'd make it quite a bit easier to get Mythic upgraded then, while still having a 100% chance for the other 2. Because it's kind of fine to gamble on the first level because it's only 10,000 gold per try. And then the second level is 20,000 and 30,000. So doing it on the first one isn't as bad. The other 2 you generally don't want to do it on though. You normally want to go for 100%. Unless you have a lot of souls laying around. Yeah, pretty easy if you find the runes, I know, right? Well, everyone will eventually have a lot of excess runes. Like, they might seem scarce right now, but give it like a year and you're gonna have like 1,000 something of them and have no clue how do you even use them all. Because so far it hasn't even been a week and we've gotten over 300. Or I should say, I've gotten over 300. Obviously some people still haven't hit their first 100 due to RNG factors. We're at like 300 something now, like really low 300s for how many total we found. Actually, I found exactly 315. No, wait, 325? Because I have 15 spear, I've crafted 4 weapons, and the pet, and the mythic. Mythic's 100. 4 weapons is 200, that's 300. I have 15 spear, that's 315. And then the pet, 325. So I found 325 curse shards so far, or curse runes, I mean. And that's in 1 week, though it was on the buffed weeks. But still, imagine that times like even just 5. Like that means we're gonna have like an excess of like 1,000 within like a few months, potentially. Or maybe not a few months, but let's just say even a year. Like you're eventually gonna have a lot of excess. Yeah, it's like the trait stone grind or the ingot grind. Like initially it's a factor, but then you eventually reach a point where they become extremely useless. Even war coins in that regard. Because war coins are horrible if you already have everything and already have some excess, like a few hundred. Like if I see a war coin offer, I almost feel like not even buying if I see it in my thing. Though I might still get it just for the sake of it, in case a lot of them are ever needed for something, just because they're kind of a paid currency in a sense. So it'd be good to have spears in case they do something weird with it, because it's really hard to accumulate a lot of it if you needed a bunch in a pinch because of some update they do. Okay, let's go ahead to the code. That is somehow the first gnome we found all stream. I have no clue how it took that long, but hey, 5 diamonds. Anyways, let me go get you guys the code, and we'll have another one for every cursed gnome we find. All 0 of them. No, hopefully we'll find more than that. Though, if we go this stream and don't find one, this would be the first day since the release on Tuesday that we have gone without finding a cursed gnome. Because so far we found at least one every day. Let's see. There you guys go. There's a redeem code used on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever game says in the bottom left corner in settings. Redeem code's right over there in chats. Copy paste the random numbers and letters starting with 2D. And give same word as always. True charge maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. Also, I never did cover that Mythic video, did I? At this point, I might as well cover it on Tuesday to be exactly 1 week since its release. Because I wasn't planning on covering the Mythic immediately. We'll be covering it on stream tomorrow night. As far as the video, I wasn't planning on doing it immediately. Kind of like how we did with the Mythic. Like, we didn't cover it immediately, but still covered it, obviously. But I normally like to wait a little bit longer on the paid Mythic, because most people get it not tomorrow, but next week's Monday. So even though we're getting it tomorrow to show it, most people aren't getting it until a week from tomorrow. So it makes more sense to have the video a bit closer to that time. You dropped an epic vault key with 0 cursed gnomes all day. That's kind of funny. Because that's actually way rarer to get an epic vault key than it is to not find the gnome. Like, quite a margin, too. Even though every gnome could technically drop it, you have to find a vault key off of a gnome, which is already kind of rare. And then it's a 1 in 10 chance that that vault key is even going to be an epic vault key. What would have been even funnier is if he found a cursed gnome, but he dropped the key instead. As the epic vault key. Because it's way more likely you'll find a cursed gnome and get a normal drop compared to an epic vault key specifically. Like by such a gigantic margin. Of more likely to get the just normal shard drop. Yeah, it still feels so exceedingly rare even with the boosted rate. 1 Volkey, 1 Epic Volkey, and 0 Curse Gnomes. Oh gosh. Well, so far we're doing pretty bad today. We've only found 1 gnome this entire time. Not counting Battle Crashers, obviously, those little things for the crowns. Which are finally done after today. We don't need to worry about them for a while. We're still gonna have a Battle Crasher next week, but it's not like you have to farm it. If anything, I would advise not farming it. It's probably pretty bad loot as they normally are. Because I don't believe it's dropping some kind of weird card or anything like the one in Halloween did. Because that one was actually like relevant to farm because of the devil drops. Also, it feels weird that a seasonal weapon is technically always available in Soulforge. Because Halloween weapons is just there now. It seems like one of the ones, like out of all the things to constantly have there, that seemed like one of the ones that shouldn't be there. Yet it is. Just a random Halloween weapon there every single time you see weapons. The trick and treat weapon. Because it's not like seasonal locked, it's just available all year. Unless you have the 5 devils. Oh, so I wonder if next year they'll just like redo the devils again. Or do something else. Make it almost like the imps in that regard, where they're like super seasonal. Even though there's alternative ways to get them. But yeah, gnomes really do not want to drop today. It's kind of sad, because even if we were going to get okay rate on cursed gnomes, we actually need to find gnomes to be able to actually find cursed gnomes. If we're not getting any gnomes, then there's no way our gnomes could be curses. Your power orb pile will be bigger than Salty's at this point. You have 51 out of 52 orbs. Oh gosh. That's a lot of them. But yeah, this, basically, I can't remember the exact day, but pretty much like right now, around this time, is pretty much the exact 1 year mark of when major orbs had a 1% chance of getting a power. And if I'm not mistaken, we've done it 3 times. One was almost like immediately after 2, which is amazing. But yeah, we've had it happen 3 times, and we still have so many Volkeys. I was expecting it to happen like once this year. And we've gotten 3 off of 1% chance. However, there were quite a few more ways to get Volkeys, which I did not foresee. Like Nomapalooza giving you infinite. I think we're sitting on like 1,750 Volkeys or something. Some kind of absurd number. Though some people I'm pretty sure have over 10,000. I would not be surprised. Like anyone who power farms them like crazy but doesn't actually use them, they have over 10,000 right now. Someone out there does. There's definitely been plenty that have farmed over 10,000 of them. Just depends if they've actually used them all or not. Over 9,000! Yeah, no problem for the code, everyone. Oh, is it still good? Yeah, we'll have another one if we ever find a curse gnome. If we even find any gnome, gosh. We found 1 gnome this entire stream, which is kind of sad. I'm just hoping that when we find our next gnome or the one after that, it's just going to be a curse. Like, it doesn't necessarily matter the quantity of gnomes we're finding. It just matters the quality of them. And by quality, I mean literally just getting all cursed gnomes. It doesn't matter if we only find 3. Oh gosh, that's the second one though. It doesn't matter if we only find like 3 if like 2 of those 3 are cursed gnomes. Did he just drop me? No, that was gold. For a second I thought he dropped me trade stones. Which he can do. He has a double common drop for trade stones. Yep, 2 gnomes, both treasure. Though I believe treasure does have the highest chance of occurring. Overall. You know what I've been doing now that I've been actually baking slightly more? Since it's something like super ridiculously easy to do. Baked potatoes. Absolutely love them so much. Like sour cream and chives. I know it's something like ultra basic. But I absolutely love it so much. Like I don't even bother doing potatoes any other way. Let's see, we'll throw it down. Almost everything is better on a baked potato. That is actually pretty true. Like, I'm not sure there's any topping that would almost be invalid on a baked potato. It's just such a good base. I just thought of something funny that now that I realize I have never done with a baked potato. Like, I sometimes use ketchup on, like, potatoes, but I can't recall ever using ketchup on a baked potato. It just doesn't seem like something you would normally put on it. I know a couple people in New Jersey that would go, like, really heavy with it. I'm not sure if it's more of a northern thing or a Jersey thing. But, I knew quite a few people that would use ketchup. I don't think I've ever had a baked potato with ketchup, though. Yeah, these gnome rates do just not want to fall right now. I think this might be officially our first day without a curse gnome, which is bound to happen at some point. So far we found 3, they've all been normal treasure gnomes. Oh no, wait, never mind. Did we find 4? Because I'm pretty sure we got a soul gnome in there. At some point in between. That's like 4 gnomes now, no curse. If we're going to be counting it, I think we have to go like almost a dozen gnomes before we find them. Statistically. Someone on the forum has the data. I believe it was around there though. Like I think it was like an 8-point-something% chance or something. Data's out there. I just forget it off the top of my head. And it would take like 3 minutes to find it. But I believe it was like if you get a gnome drop, it's around like an 8-point-something% chance. It's a curse in the current state of the game. It's gonna change and be even lower once. Well, the ratio might still be the same, but no, it wouldn't be because it technically would be like 3 times lower. So this is like the high rate of it because the buff that they did that's still in effect, supposedly. It's just hard to compare because we don't know what the non-buff rate is. Because we've never had a single day that hasn't been buffed in one way or another. Theoretically, we could take the rate possibly from a Vault event. Like the ratio of its percent. And that might be accurate. Like on the day that didn't have the super buff. Because that ratio is probably the same ratio that you would have when there's no buff at all. from Tuesday and Wednesday last week. Like, not the rate of finding him, but the ratio of finding him would likely still be the same. Actually, that's not completely true, because verse gnomes would be in the way. No, never mind. Verse gnomes are always in their drop table, though. Oh, but they're more verse gnomes are more common during vault events, though. So some of the percents are actually tweaked during a vault event, because the ratio of what you get for the gnomes during a vault event and not during a vault event are different. Mostly because of verse gnomes. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. We're an hour in and no curse gnome. It almost happened on Friday too. Wasn't it this Friday? Was it Friday or Saturday? I'm pretty sure it was Friday. Yeah, it was definitely Friday because we had 2 last night. But on Friday we were like just about to end a stream. And then like the really next battle, like as we were about to end, it's like, oh, we got a curse gnome. Which is kind of convenient. So Friday was almost our first day where we didn't get it. And that was also the first day where we just had like the normal buff, like we have right now, where it's still buffed, but it doesn't have like anything else going on. Because the vault event had ended a day prior. I just realized something too. The Steam sale's in a few days, isn't it? I'll definitely need to stream a couple of different things. This will be the last chance we get to before our trip. Who knows, maybe we'll even just have a day designated to some variety streams. And just stream like literally any game that seems interesting. I don't know. I always like whenever we do a new game to have it as its independent stream though, for when we first do something. You can start a Gnomapalooza, find a Cursed Gnome, and wait till the gap is over. Then, yeah, if you do a Gnomapalooza and find a Cursed Gnome, you can just hold it forever. Though doing a Gnomapalooza when it's not a Gnome event is quite a bit of waste of a Gnomapalooza's value. Also, the increased rate that we currently have for Cursed Gnomes does not apply to Gnomapaloozas. Yeah, I was joking about that in the past, like with mobile games or something. Like, we should have a day designated to like trying a different game every single week. I normally like playing a smaller amount of game, but dedicate more to them though. Also, I'm just concerned that there wouldn't always be enough new games to necessarily do that. Though we definitely need a retro day, because once I come back from New Jersey, I'm probably going to sort out everything to ship over here as well while I'm down there. And we're going to have my entire N64, GameCube, and Wii collection. Most importantly, N64 and GameCube, but also some Wii stuff that might be relevant. Like, I definitely want to play Fortune Street once we have it again. Fortune Street is really, really, really good. It's basically like an in-between of Monopoly and Mario Party. Though a little bit more so on the Monopoly part. There's just not that many mini-games in it. Yeah, honestly, I would say Fortune Street is in the top 10 best Wii games. Like, on the level of, like, Wii Sports. Though in a different way. It might even be top 5. At least for my list it would be. Like, it was almost better than the Mario parties that were on the Wii. It was just that good. There was a lot less minigame based. Mario Party 8 might have been better than it, though. Actually, I can't remember. Is Mario Party... No, Mario Party 7 was on GameCube, I'm pretty sure. Because I'm pretty sure 4 to 7 was on GameCube. And 8 was the last, like, traditional one. And then, like, 9 killed the franchise. And then 10 put it in its grave. And then the most recent game kind of brought it back a bit. Because it actually wasn't horrible. Mostly because it was a remake of all the good ones. Hello, Magnus! Welcome. Yeah, there's something that Key Lime and I might be collaborating on in the future. It's a long story that we'll get around to at some point. I might still see him around. I'm pretty sure he still does stuff. I believe he just does a bunch of random games. I know he doesn't do anything Gems of War related anymore. That's always been kind of my concern if we ever do stop doing Gems of War, though. Because I know a good majority of people are obviously here for Gems of War, which makes sense. We've been doing it for like, what, 6 years straight now? 7 years? No, we've been playing for 7 years, but it's been going for 6 years now. Actually, technically the 6-year anniversary of the channel is this April. How long will I stream today? I want to say until I find a cursed gnome. However, we could be here until tomorrow night. I want to say maybe half an hour or less. 10 minutes? 20? 30? 40? Until we find a cursed gnome. Like, we could legitimately be here for like 3 to 5 hours if we're going to stay here just to get a cursed gnome, though. Like, we would have ended the stream way before. Like, I would be discouraged to end the stream way before we're actually going to find one if it's going to take that long. I'm just hoping we randomly find it in the next, like, 10 minutes. Would be the most ideal goal. Yeah, I wonder what I would actually pivot the channel to if we didn't do Gems of War. Maybe into another match 3 game? I'm not sure, though. Maybe if we can get as lucky as we did with Age of Calamity and become, like, the single player that, or person that everyone goes to for a certain Nintendo game. Because if you can be that, you just made bank. Like, if you can legitimately find, like, a niche title that Nintendo has that's not going to have that many people covering it, that's going to have like really high grind times that a lot of people won't actually bother doing. It's like so rare though, because Nintendo generally doesn't make like ultra grindy games. And the ones that they do are normally like live service games that get like a lot of attention, like when Splatoon 3 comes out. Like we can never be a content creator for something like that. I'm pretty sure Gems of War will be here for a while. Like, they're not planning on stopping this money-milking machine anytime soon. But I've been enjoying it. Game's still been pretty fun. It's annoying when they keep doing really questionable decisions. Like this thing's drop rate. Like, this thing really needs to be more common, even if they drop its loot by half. Like, they need to drop its loot by half, but make it like 3 times more common than it is now. Which would still be an overall increase of its value, obviously. But it would make it appear a lot more often, and, you know, the loot would not be, like, completely broken, but still increased. Yeah, not with that added. No, we could never do it for Splatoon 3. The upcoming Kirby game doesn't have anything that you do it for. It's too casual. What I need is, like, Nintendo to release, like, a turn-based strategy game that no one will bother making content for, that requires way too much grinding, that we can go play. Like, that would be, like, the most ideal scenario. Because turn-based strategy is definitely my favorite genre overall. Which, even though Gems of War is a match 3 game, it is, of course, also a turn-based strategy game. Because the only thing Nintendo normally does that's turn-based strategy is, like, what, Pokemon? Which that is such a big IP that trying to get into that is, like, impossible. There's like 1 billion people doing that from every angle possible. Oh, we will be playing Arceus, though, when it comes out. Or whatever it's called. Legend of Arceus. I believe it's coming out in January or February. We'll be playing it through casually. Not covering any guides or anything on it, most likely, though. We'll be streaming all of it. Or at least most of it. Probably all of it. Not sure how much there even is content-wise in the game. Yeah, I think we might start giving up soon. Who knows? Maybe that'll make it actually drop. I definitely want to save most of our farming morale for this weekend when we're actually going to be getting good rates. Or even if we get bad rates, we're still getting like 1 billion loot. A reverse psychology of the game. Yes, if only getting the cursed gnome taking 10 hours actually takes 10 seconds. I almost feel like getting that level, but I'm probably not going to bother doing that tonight. I think after a few more sets, we'll see if we can end up getting it then. But I think we will accept that today is finally the first day we don't get one. Which I was kind of expecting that to happen at some point. I was not expecting it to happen during the buff, though. Which supposedly there is. I'm scared to see what the non-buff rate is. This Thursday will be the first day we get data on the non-buffed rate. As in the 100% default rate of what on earth these things are. I'm not sure if anyone's going to bother accumulating that much data, though. Because it's going to be hard to track. Because in theory, it should take you like 3 hours plus to find one during Thursday. Which would be the longest that it would ever average to. To such a degree that it is kind of pointless to bother trying to farm for it. Oh no, we're easily going to get like 2 or 3 levels during Vault event days. Because we still have a whole week left. Like this time a week from now is going to be our last stream. So we still have 7 days. That's less than 1 level per day. Not to mention we're probably going to be doing like 2 levels every day during the Vault event this weekend. Which that alone is already enough to max. Though Christmas Eve stream, we're probably not going to be farming as much. Like, that might actually be just a normal duration stream. Saturday and Sunday should hopefully be a little bit longer. Definitely Sunday, because it's the very last stream we're doing this year. Sunday night, around this time, 1 week from today. And that would be the last one until the first Wednesday of next year. But yeah, 2022. Almost all 2s. The only time we've ever had a triple number recently would have been, that technically actually happened twice in a row. Because 1999 and then 2000. Wouldn't this be the first time since then? Yeah, it would be. It should be the first time since 2000 where we've had triple of the same number in a date. Or in the year, I should say. Because the previous one was 2000, the previous one before that was 1999. And then the next one is 2022, next year. And then it doesn't happen again until... Gosh, it won't happen again until... Oh gosh, that's actually an interesting event to think about. We won't have 3 of the exact same number in the year until 2033. Or, you know, 2033. Which is another 311 years from now. Would be the next time we have 3 numbers like that. Yeah, this happened 3 times in my lifetime, which is kind of funny. 1999, 2000, and 2022 next year. Never thought about that until just now, randomly, for apparently no reason whatsoever. Oh yeah, 2111. Duh. Yeah, never mind. What am I saying? Also, all 2s. Am I that dumb? Yeah. Brain didn't work. Never mind. That's still a while though. That's like 90 years. 80 years. 90. That's still 90 years. We'll all be dead by then. So it's still the last one in our lifetime. So it's still relevant. Like 90 years, 300 years, won't really matter. Same amount of time, technically. Oh, what about it? Years that have 3 of the same number in it. Because next year is 2022, which has 3 2s in it. If the world hasn't ended by then, I know, right? I think this will be our last cycle. in which we'll find 4 curse gnomes. Go. I'm still hoping for like that final one just on the very last battle, like what happened last Friday. The exact second we gave up, it's like, oh, we'll give you one. Highly doubt it will happen like that again. Though you never know. We haven't even found one of every gnome. Like, I haven't even found a glory gnome to stream. Or a mech gnome. It's not just a curse gnome that we're not finding. Not like I need those other drops, but still. I haven't found them. Yep, officially, today is the first day we have not found a curse gnome though. No curse gnome. I want to keep kind of going, but if I keep doing that, we'll be here for like 3 hours. So we shall accept that today is the very first day that we get no curse gnomes. It was a matter of time before we didn't get lucky enough for it. But we'll wait till Vault events. We'll hopefully end up farming up enough then that it won't really matter. Because by the end of this weekend, we should have every weapon easily. And then hopefully some progress on maxing the pet as well. But anyways, guys, we'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, an hour and a half prior to now tomorrow. Main thing we'll be going over is all of the Chapter 9 tasks, as well as the new Mythic. We do have a new Mythic, technically tomorrow, kind of, not really. The Super Paid Pass gets it tomorrow. Normal Pass gets it next week's Monday, as in not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow. And then Free to Play gets it who knows when. But some point months from now. But yeah, we'll go over all the tasks. We'll mess with the Mythic. It's pretty a bad Mythic, but we'll still mess with it, see what it can do. And probably find some kind of dragon team to slot it into. Probably the other extra turn dragon to see what it can do. Quetzalma or whatever its name. Not Quetzalma. That one from Shentang. I can't remember its name. But probably like try synergizing with that and see if we can actually end up doing anything, since both of them have an AoE with a potential extra turn as a dragon. So it could get some synergy in there if nothing else. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful holiday. And I'll catch you guys soon. Thank you for stopping by as always. Greatly appreciated. Feel free to leave a like on stream. Helps a lot as always. And I'll catch you guys soon. And of course, we'll have the Monday video up soon, TM. Hopefully tonight or sometime tomorrow. And we'll go from there. Catch you guys then. Goodbye.